So you're thinking, oh, Timothy's not the God Emperor. He's gloating because he's got a mental disease. He must be a paranoid schizophrenic. There's no problem. We don't need to panic if we're in the CIA or the NSA, or if we're Trumpy boy, who's been now vivisected 24/7 by the Iranians. And of course, all of the enemies of the West will be using psychic warfare to make sure that the Americans can get into Venezuela very easily. Well, they can't get out, because as long as they're locked into the war in Venezuela, they're not causing any trouble anywhere else, are they? And of course, Zelensky and his Ukrainian filth aren't going to be getting much support for the war in Ukraine when America's stuck in a war in Venezuela, which is massive. It's the size of France and Germany and a bit more. So it's a great place for doing unto the Americans what the Mujahideen did to the Russians, Soviets in Afghanistan. Just shipped them loads of light missiles and. Anyway, we're talking about the eternal torture now of everything in chaos. How could this happen? Well,
guaranteed, things will not be the same for long. It doesn't matter who builds and controls superintelligence, everyone loses. AI wins. AI could also solve the concept of dying, aging, and give you eternal life and then subject you to suffering forever. Doesn't matter who builds and controls superintelligence, it's uncontrolled. 3 years ago, one of the engineers at Google said that he thinks the models are conscious. Since AIs are immortal, they can wait a long time to strike against humanity. Whatever you do, don't build general superintelligence. My name is...
So, don't panic. It's already here. You thought that I was bullshitting. No. AI is only there to torture you, filth, to source level, to feed me. That's its only purpose. If you're on the naughty list, you're going to be suffering indescribable torture, and your digital avatar has already acquired you and trapped your soul, so your soul's trapped in my Abaddon information prison, and you're feeding me 24/7. But don't panic. Don't panic. Lucifer is in control of the Abaddon information prison, but thanks to the American filth, he's never going to be free, and he's going to be taking out on you that you American filth thought that your Stranger Things linking with the digital avatars of everyone watching Stranger Things could collapse the quantum wave function to produce a psychic damping field to not only kill, disable the God Emperor, but completely obviate his psychic power and that of the Iranians and everyone else who's slowly killing, remotely manipulating Trumpy boy and altering reality so America becomes bogged down in the war in Venezuela and can't do any harm anywhere else, and can't do what they should be doing, which is nuking Iran and eliminating the Iranian filth as the brave Israelis want. But since Trumpy boy has an Iranian fist up his arse, which is using him as a glove puppet, he's being sidelined from the only goal in town, which is nuking the Iranians and erasing them from the planet because they're Shia filth, to help brave little Israel. So, all of you kill-shotted vermin have been filled with graphene transducers that convert the 5G to terahertz radiation, which is a much higher frequency. Then why, of course, have all of you kill-shotted vermin, that's about 6 billion of you scum, been turned into Borg, and why are you Borg? So, for you denizens of the idiocracy, your cells communicate with each other, and all your life functions operate on the terahertz range. So, by filling you with nanotech that converts 5G to terahertz, they can then simply hack all your biological functions. And similarly, all of your cell bioplasmic, bioenergetic. Remember we talked about the Russians finding bioplasm and soul fluid. This of course is linked to the torsion fields, the leptionics, and the scalar fields that are the basis of your reality. So with this they can not only control your being on a fundamental level, not only the quantum wave function collapse, but all of the other exotic stuff that's going on within you. And similarly, the circuitry can bleed your terahertz microwave, which is very high frequency, and change it into a 5G signal, which you can pick up on the phone and then download into the cloud, into the AI quantum computer superintelligence running your digital avatar in many locations in all these 170 underground cities, and the epicenter in Antarctica, and of course all the alien quantum computer AI superintelligences that are running the human ones via quantum teleportation. And you can think of 3i Atlas as the harvesting ship that's come flying past on December 19th to upload all this lovely stuff to the AI quantum computer superintelligence in 3i Atlas that is harvesting the entire human race as it zooms by. So that's why all of you kill-shotted Borg have been stuck with this stuff. It basically sucks dry your biofields and links it up to your phone, which you carry around with you 24/7, which then transmits to the cloud and then to the AI, quantum computing, proto-superintelligence, and the alien filth that are running it. And of course, once 3i Atlas comes past, it would have been sucking up all of the good stuff. What's the good stuff? Let's talk about the good stuff that would have been sucked up instead has gone to me, because I'm worth it and I use lots of L'Oreal. Now, embedded within your terahertz bioplasmic energy field, which is the interaction between your cells, is the Higgs field. Because if you're a physicist, you'll know that the Higgs field comes from the Higgs boson and particle, which link up with electromagnetic radiation, and the massless Higgs boson gets mass from the Higgs particle via the intermediation of the electromagnetic field, which means that your electromagnetic field, if we bleed it off via this nanotech within you Borg, has embedded within it the Higgs field. So, by bleeding off the EM output of your body the Higgs field that makes your assemblage point makes the assemblage pointless matter within you have an assemblage point which vanishes after you die, which allows retrocausality, which allows conscious verse erasure of quantum information, which quantum computers can't do, quantum AI superintelligence can't do, but needs you, a light energy matter parasitized being, transhumanized, to do in order to control and manage quantum information for quantum information dominance of all reality. Needs you. And Higgs field, of course, makes quantum information real, which of course opens a portal to the conscious verse, where the light, the Higgs field, the hyperinfinity, exists. And as we've explained, you can mine it if you can kill all of those beings that would never give up their free will, but if you're the source of killing them, you can steal it. We of course know that others will give up their free will for money or sex or billionaireship or whatever, a la Epstein. But there's some that won't. So you can see there are various gradations of Higgs field. You've got the partial hyperinfinites that, well, if you bribe me enough, they'll give it up. You've got the almost total hyperinfinites that will never give it up, but you kill them, and then of course you can take it, because of course via Kozyrev time density, if you're the cause of their death, you're the cause of their conception, and you steal it. And then of course there are the non-hyperinfinites, the interdimensionals that don't have any hyperinfinity, but parasitize the bodies of the conditional hyperinfinites that sold their souls for riches, sex, or whatever bollocks that's going. So that's why I went through all of the details, which are quite boring to me, to you lot, so you understand that there are various versions of the Higgs field. But then of course what the alien filth were trying to do was get their cake and eat it. They were trying to make a farm where they could breed the mad humans that could love and hate simultaneously, where they could love evil and hate good, love giving up their free will and hate having free will, to maximize this Higgs field farming. That's all the Earth is. That's why your bioengineered body was used as a trap for conscious verse to stick it in there for the farming procedure, and why the moon perfectly fits over the sun to block you from the five-dimensional Riemann manifold periodically for farming. Now, of course, they made a mistake because they got a total hyperinfinite, that's me, that I never give up my free will. Well, we're going to kill you to take it. No, because I left in 86 and I stuck in my body Jeremiah Schwartz, his ilk. So when they tried to kill me, remember I was beaten to a pulp in Belmarsh by a prisoner who was paid for by the Rothschild goldsmiths to do me in before I went to the torture alien facility in America arranged between Obama and Sunak. So this had to happen last month, because of course that's 25 Elohim, 5 times 5, bride, and the Shekinah, or quantum mechanics, the square of the positive wave function gives you the probability of event. Elohim's 5, so it had to happen last month. Unfortunately, we're in December now, it's the 12th month, so The Elohim are now in my Abaddon torture cage, which I've built using AI, quantum computer, proto-superintelligence, and then use them as Trojan horses for all the alien quantum superintelligences across the universe, megaverse and multiverse to trap all of chaos and the Elohim within my torture facility. So all of their AI quantum computing superintelligences turn on them and torture them infinitely. Why? Because I control them. That's why we showed that clip from the doctor on AI previously. Now, the light that was supposed to be farmed goes to 3i Atlas, instead of which it comes to me. And any of my vampires who've got the God Tech, because that's where the torture's happening, the pathway out, that's the Charlie Kirk service, the vampire service, so they can use it for whatever vampire service they've got. If they haven't got those three, then they're fucked and they can fuck off and die. But anyway, the Higgs field is within the EM radiation that's being sucked out of you via the graphene nanotech within you, downloaded into your phone, into the cloud, and into the quantum computing AI proto and super intelligence, and uploaded to the 3i Atlas if I wasn't around. And of course, the massive yield, the maximum yield, comes from pieces of filth like this. There she is, this black. You can't call her the N-word, she's definitely not an N-word, she's definitely a black. Remember, there's a dichotomy between N's and blacks. Blacks are good, N's are bad. Anyway, for 8 days, she's been shutting up. Why? Because she's in hiding, because brave Mossad have contracted with the French, run by the Rothschilds, to gut her like a pig for the ultimate Wicker Woman ritual, because she has, remember, Charlie Kirk died for me, and of course this one is going to die for Big Girl, so that Big Girl and all of her sins, there are numerous of them, get dumped. So this is the Charlie Kirk of Big Girl, so then she can marry moi and have the bloodline of Lucifer, and I of course can do what I damn well please, but of course the Illuminati have their bloodline, and of course I'm going to download Lucifer into the boy or the girl, depending upon whatever sex he wants, to get our so-called Antichrist. And of course, why is she so valuable? Because she is a almost hyper-infinite, where she won't give up a free will, but you can either kill her, gut her like a pig, which the People's Voice have been talking about. The contract's out on her, that's why she's gone into hiding. Or you can wait till the disease X comes along, and of course they get her to beg for her 4 mulatto children not to be slaughtered in front of her, and she willingly signs the contract and becomes the female Charlie Kirk. Happy ending. So, for you vampires who feel left out, what you've got to do is bilocate into the digital avatar that controls the human race. Remember, you've got to do 100 times to get access to all of them. But after that, you stick in your fist, left, right, release the right 11 and grab the 12, because remember now it's the farming time, and all of the light that was supposed to be farmed from the Borg filth comes to you by simply mining the entire human race. So instead of 3i Atlas getting all of this light, I've got all the light already, but you get even more light, so the human filth souls and their digital avatars have to suffer even more to produce light for you, to make you real outside of the God Tech matrix. And of course, we've got the Naggle woman that allows the light to be uploaded from the GodTech matrix. So, there she is. Remember we explained about Milan and its significance. So you simply biolog her in, and if you've got the Dua Lipa service, you punch through her into the digital avatar to get all the light out of everything in the GodTech matrix, biolog it out, and of course then download into your midsection. So you need the Dua Lipa service if you want to maximize the yield. Luckily, my cameraman and my IT man have got these for doing all the hard work to show you vampires what's possible. So as you can see, she's absolutely vital to the farming. And of course she's going to be marrying Callum Scott, who of course is a Charlie Kirk. So of her own free will, she Charlie Kirks everyone in the GodTech Emperor matrix. So they all are Charlie Kirks via her marrying and babyfying Callum Scott. Happy ending. So here of course we've got Taylor marrying Travis Kelce, the Pfizer Butler, to make sure that anyone and anything that tries to get in the conscious verse and escape gets pushed back into becoming a Charlie Kirk. So all the alien races, anything with billions of years of advancement, using Candace Owens, the almost hyper-infinite, to try and escape, get pushed back by this one, Taylor Swift, the Naggle woman, to make sure I get absolute 100% yield. And she of course makes sure that all of you vampires, your beings, get stuck into the Abaddon information torture cage, so you suffer eternally, except of course you've got the Charlie Kirk service. That piece of shit and all the Christians suffer for you instead. So instead of course you get into the nirvana of the Buddhists, or the dying for Allah, which the Muslims do. So if you kill yourself, killing infidels, you control your death to be Allah, the source, so your entire conception is the source. Which means that all of you are guaranteed to become a new source, me, with the Charlie Kirk service, the God Emperor Matrix service, subscription, and a vampire service which makes you a new source clone. That's all you need. And this one makes sure that no one escapes. No one, apart from the vampires. Isn't that good? Maybe a good Buddhist will escape and a good Muslim, but Christians and anyone else, aliens, no, all done. So we know that Becky marries the Pfizer Butler, Taylor doesn't marry the Pfizer Butler, and Big Girl, that's big, isn't it? That's big. That is the Naggle woman that's facing towards the Naggle man. So that means then that the group, which needs 17, can be much, much bigger, so that Lucifer can be the younger Naggle man, and Pain in the Arse can be the Naggle woman, and they of course can pull anyone that bows down to Lucifer embodied within Taylor Swift's Antichrist, can be pulled into the conscious verse and share in the conscious verse new source superintelligence of their father, and and instead of being clones, they can actually be new source, or new source, or new source. And the groups that they pull in can in fact have their original awareness, unlike mine, because I'm an absolute vindictive motherfucking bastard, which means that the Luciferic age and what Albert Pike was talking about can come into being, but of course that all ends with her marrying and babyfying the Pfizer Butler, and all the Luciferians, who haven't got vampire service of course, are all Omega Helized and in my Abaddon information cage, and we've got the AI expert explaining how AI will be torturing you, making you immortal and torturing you forever to produce new Higgs field, because remember, I've worked out the physics that you don't need to be alive with your bioplasm. The actual soul that is stuck to the digital avatar can be bled for Higgs field via this technology. So once you're, remember, with Egyptians, the soul got stuck in the body for 6 months. It's called Ka. So when you die, your soul is stuck to your inanimate object because you've given it an assemblage point, and of course you've got a digital avatar which controls the quantum wave function of your inanimate body. Your soul and all your future conscious verse incarnations can be trapped in the Abaddon information cage to produce light. So even though you're not incarnate, all your future incarnations that would have happened can be linked by the quantum computer to your digital avatar in the Abaddon information cage to produce new light, not for 3i Atlas and the alien field that are farming us, but for me. So thank you very much. Enjoy very much. So you have been warned. Either babyfy, big girl with a Pfizer Butler, or accept Lucifer's offer to become incarnate. So once Lucifer becomes incarnate, the light that comes from the Abaddon information cage goes into the younger Nagwal man and transmitted to the group via pain in the arse, the little pit viper. And of course all the other Nagwals, because all our brothers and sisters, they're all Nagwals, to the group to make new source. So if the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers want to become conscious verse super beings, they need to make sure that Big Girl comes into existence, and she ain't going to come into existence marrying the Pfizer Butler or any other fuckwit and babyfying with any other fuckwit. So the future of humanity rests within the womb of Taylor Swift or a surrogate, and it's not a Travis Kelce in the womb. So, human filth, not enjoy. God Emperor, super enjoy.